Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be kind of a different video. First I want to say appreciate everybody hitting the likes. If you can, please hit the likes and hit the subscribe button if this is your first time here, and hit the bell for notifications. Have been doing about 1 or 2 videos a week. I'll probably be doing 2 or 3 here in the future. Today I'm going to go over LibertyCoin. It's just very hard for me to to figure out how to do this exactly and what to call this. I don't want to say this is a review of LibertyCoin because it's really not. I mean it is once again, but it's not. If it was just a straight review, I would not be doing it. I normally would not review a project like in this stage. This project is super brand new. This video is kind of going to be me just talking to you and telling you about what I'm doing personally. And what, I mean, I guess I always say this is just my opinion, not financial advice, which this is my opinion. It's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but it's usually not my opinion. It's usually just information that I go over. This is what this project is. I mean, there's some parts of my opinion. If I, don't like something, or if I really do like something, I'll say that. But overall, it's just information. However, when it comes to this project, this is pretty much all my opinion. Because, for transparency, I'm really, I'm kind of jumping into this thing wholeheartedly. I came across it on NodeHub. I spent a lot of time here, which used to be really cool. Now it's a little bit depressing because of the market, but especially with the bear market, I've really been focusing on masternodes and increasing my masternodes and getting good masternodes, which has been very difficult. Most of the older masternodes, they're actually within reach now. They may have been, tens of thousands of dollars, and now they're down to, 1 or 2,000, even a couple in the high hundreds. But I was on, checking my masternodes. I have about 35 masternodes. Well, I technically have like 35 or 40 masternodes, but I don't have any of them running, hardly any at all, because you can see here under NodeHub, to run a masternode, you need to have a dedicated server. So if you don't have a dedicated server in your house, you have to get one so you can run a node here, and it costs about $10 a month, like $9.99 a month, 33 cents a day. So if your node, or if my nodes aren't paying in at least $25, I shut them down. Unless there's some kind of special reason for it. But with the bear market, it's not like news or anything like that. It's just they're going down. So I have all of my nodes shut off, but I'm constantly checking and looking for new nodes that I think are worthwhile. And a lot of them, I mean, you get in for a month or two, you make some money, and then you get out because they start going down. And also you've got to really research it, because a lot of projects are, especially nowadays, are scams, which is one of the only reasons why I would go over a project like LibertyCoin in the new stages that it's in. The only reason I go over it is if it was a scam, just to say, hey, this is this new project, it's just coming out, I don't like the way it looks. Definitely not the case with LibertyCoin, but people could look at it as that way. They could, and it's another reason why I wanted to go over this to just really give my opinion, and to take a step back and take a look at it in a different way. Now, when I go to do a video, and if I did a review on this, I would do, this is how much the supply is, this is what they're doing, This is how much money they're trying to get if they're in an ICO. This is the team. Let's look at the team's LinkedIn's. You do all that, this cookie cutter, process, but still, a giant chunk of ICOs, a giant chunk of stuff that's out there, they're exit scams, they're failures, or they're made up. There's things that are just made up. It's not that difficult to make up a LinkedIn profile. It's not that difficult to make up some stuff. So, in looking at this, it's very different than the normal website. It's very different than the normal project. But like I said, if you take a step back, it's not that different from the way things used to be when cryptocurrency started. Satoshi never had an ICO. He didn't have a picture, a nice website with a picture of his team with links to the LinkedIn and all that. He had a vision and he had a project and he had code and he had his white paper. When I really look at this, a lot of this project just kind of it harkens back to that original idea. Now, there are quite a few developers on this. The team, not a lot on the website. They do have a link to their GitHub, which you can go there, and all the developers are on there. The work that they're doing. The CEO is not really the CEO. It's very, like I said, it's different than a lot of projects and a lot of stuff that we've gotten used to. And I think this is kind of a good shot in the arm to see something different. The head of this is the lead developer. Like Satoshi was the guy that developed, Bitcoin. He's the lead developer. He's very approachable. He actually runs their their YouTube, which you can. There's links to their Twitter, their Discord, and there's a link to their GitHub here. I think if you go here, it takes you to the Discord. But if you click on the YouTube, it takes you to their YouTube page, which is where the lead developer or the head of LibertyCoin, he puts out these videos like every couple of days for tech help, for just updates and telling you what's going on. And when he does, he's like, "This is my name. You can hit me up on LinkedIn." It's very transparent. He is very transparent. The project seems very transparent, but I talked to him. Very nice guy. Another reason why I'm really, really bullish on this and I'm really excited about it. These guys are literally up the road from me. They're probably about 100 miles away here in Texas, which is pretty cool. So it's this project has really become kind of near and dear to my heart, but I'm also doing really good on it, which I will share with you. So let's go over LibertyCoin. First off, this is the second attempt. Now they came out with LibertyCoin. It's a fork of Pivx back in, I believe, September, and it didn't fly. Bear market. It was, from what I've researched, it just wasn't that stand out. So it was probably a really good thing. So instead of giving up, which a lot of projects have done, the Martin Mizell, that's the lead developer, will go back to the drawing board. They revamp everything. They really wanted to focus on privacy. So they came out with a new project, no ICO. That's another thing that this is a little bit different than a lot of projects, because they're not trying to get your money and fund their project. It's already done, and it's a proof of stake. LibertyCoin, the token is the XLib. There was the LBTR, or the old one, which I'll touch on that. But now it's XLib is the name of the token, and the current circulating supply is 143 million. They, like I said, it's proof of stake. They have 100 or 895 masternodes. One of the big things, I'm going to go over a lot of the differences. This LibertyCoin is a limited liability company. It is based in the United States. Like I said, it's up the road here in Texas. They're right outside of Dallas. But it's a registered limited liability company. Registered in the state of Texas. One of the only registered cryptocurrency businesses in the United States. That's kind of a huge deal. It really sets it apart from a lot. I don't even know the percent. It's got to be 98% of other companies. There was another company based in Florida that was that I talked about. Apis was and they've done pretty good. They were like a hedge fund, investing in cryptocurrencies, but you couldn't even get into that in the United States. But I don't think that they were registered as an LLC. So registered. If you look up here, which you can check out their YouTube. He goes over a lot of it. The website's registered in the United States. The certificate is. There's little things that most projects don't have. This does, which I think is really cool. But like I said, the reason I got into this is just because I thought, oh, this is doing really well. Looks like a decent project. I think I'm going to make some money on this Masternode. And I have. But since then, I've really kind of, really grown to like this project a lot. And I think it has ridiculous massive potential. So it was LBRT, was the original token when they did the original fork from PivX in the first project. Now there is, I think it's still on like the WorldCoin Index. You can look it up. They were doing a conversion and giving 10 new XLib coins for every one LBRT. The time frame to do that was November 17th until tomorrow. So the time's pretty much running out on that. So you got hours until that's closed off. But all of the coins that are not claimed are going to go in a fund, and that fund is going to be used to do an airdrop to all Bitcoin holders. This says everyone who has 1 Bitcoin will get 1,000 XLib. They actually raised that, which if you check out their YouTube channel, like I said, he does updates every couple days. They raised that to I think 12,000 and change that they're going to give to anyone that has a Bitcoin in their wallet. And they have to have at least 1 full Bitcoin because they want to try to attract investors to to start trading their coin on CryptoBridge, which you can click. I already had it up, but you can click on trusted exchanges, and there's only one that is traded on right now. This whole project is only like 2 or 3 weeks old. I think it literally just came out at the end of November, which, like I said, I really wouldn't have even gone over this, and nobody told me about this. I mean, I've told some people about it myself. Obviously, now I'm telling you. But I was watching it on NodeHub. So you can trade on CryptoBridge. That's where you can go get your tokens and then send them to your Liberty wallet, where you can set up your Masternode, which I'm actually going to set up a node. Like I said, I had talked to Martin, the head of Liberty. Told him I was going to be doing a review on it, and he sent me over some tokens to set up the node. So I'm going to show you how to set the node up. Went over the BTC airdrop. They are really, like I said, the main focus is on privacy. Now, I originally have a privacy coin when they did the fork of PivX called the Zero Coin. They have a XLib X, which is the new Zero Coin. It's like Zero Coin 2.0. That is the privacy coin of LibertyCoin. So you have the XLib, which is you can just send back and forth, and then you have the privacy coin, which is the zero coin, which totally obscures your identity, and you can trade it with total anonymity. Masternodes, low transaction fees. I think it is very cheap. Yeah, look at that 0.01 XLib to, which you really see that when you send the tokens off the exchange to your wallet, it is next to nothing. Usually I've got to like buy an extra, 10 or so tokens to be able to cover the fee, and it's really really low. No ICO, went over that. High return on investment. They were paying 5,000 XLibs per block. It's went down a little bit, I think, to 4 now. But still, it was paying a huge return, which I only bought 1.5 Masternodes. I bought a node, and then I earned almost enough for another one, so I bought some more tokens on CryptoBridge, and then started my my second node, and then it only took a few days before it paid me enough for me to use that to lock up and start my third node. And actually I have 4 nodes now, so I'm going to start my 5th node. They are, now this is another, there's a lot of things that are coming in the future, and this is pretty cool, because like I said, this project is in its infancy. It is just starting out. This is below the ground floor. This is the parking garage underneath. And these people have barely gotten out of their car. If they even got out of their car, they've just parked. So it's a really good time. I feel really lucky that I got into it. I'm excited about it. But they do have wallets for Windows and Mac and Linux. But they're coming out with an app next quarter. But the app is going to be fully integrated with their blockchain, so you can actually have a Masternode on your phone, and you can stake on your phone. That is really huge when it comes to like Satoshi's vision, or just helping people in general. Especially a lot of underdeveloped countries where crypto is really ripe for adoption. And I mean, I went over all this on my channel, how important that is. Those people could never earn crypto because they don't have computers, but they have smartphones. This will be a game changer for a lot of people. It will definitely help a lot of people. And like I said, when it comes to the lead developer, Martin, he is ridiculously transparent. He put a picture up of him and his family. Explanation about it. He put this up just a couple days ago. It's got a link right to his LinkedIn. Take you there. Very, very, very transparent. And he did that because people asked him. People said, hey, there's really nothing up on your team. Everything's on your GitHub. Yeah, and I told him too. Some other people that I've talked to about it, I've told him you need to update your website because he's, how do I put this nicely? When you deal with, as I do, I deal with a lot of people in the industry. I'm in the industry. I'm part of several teams, and I'm much more on the business aspect of it than the technical aspect of it. And when you deal with people that are involved with the technical aspect of it, they really don't focus on certain things, which the website and how things look and all this other. They just don't think about it. They're more focused on the tech and getting things done. So that's one of the reasons why I think that they did need some work. But people told him, hey, we really want some more transparency. So he just, in usual geek fashion, he got it done, laid it out, totally transparent. But you can, like I said, check those videos out on their YouTube. They're really, really informative, and he's pumping them out. This is the roadmap. Now it's kind of a mix of the 2 roadmaps. The initial release was back in June. Website published, wallets, blah blah blah. None of this really is that important because they scrapped it and on the LBRT. And then Q4, which is where we're at now, 2018, major pivot in business plan strategy. In response to the market, a decision was made to completely start over. The first successful fork of Pivot used Zero Coin version 2 was created. LibertyCoin.com domain was acquired. LibertyCoin.com. It's Liberty-Coin.com, just to let you know. Which I'll put a link to that in the description. Also, well, I don't really need to put a link to their YouTube channel. It's right here on the page. But I'll put a link to their Twitter. The website redesigned. The iOS app code is completed. I had not read that. I read further down here. That is really cool because I use iPhone. LibertyCoin LLC is registered in Texas. I believe it is Prosper, Texas. Crypto bridge relisting with the XLB ticker. They do have the other token up, but I don't even think it's tradable. I just think it's withdrawable. Is that a word? Yeah, withdrawable. Gosh, from your account on CryptoBridge. Masternodes relisting. Research and development for Masternode tiers. This is something I really want to look into because this sounds really awesome. Instead of I think instead of the usual collateral bump, they're doing three different tiers of masternodes. Mobile and tiered masternodes in first part of 2019. They're going to have the white paper recreation, which there's no white paper on here now because, like I said, they're revamping the whole project, and it is literally just a couple weeks old. Submittal of iOS app to the Apple Store. CoinMarketCap listing for XLB. Stopping there for a second. They have been listed, I think, 2 or 3 days ago on Blockfolio. So you can add them to your Blockfolio, track the price, and your portfolio. And if you're going to need to, if you have any of the old tokens, you need to swap them out today, or else you got to go buy a Bitcoin to get your coins. The tiered masternodes go live beginning of next year, and the town hall portal for proposals and budgeting, voting, cool. And then Q2 is when the mobile staking, which I went over, and the Android app is going to be released. Very, very awesome. Running a Masternode is easy and profitable. It is. I can validate that. You will receive a fee for verifying transactions on the network and block rewards. LibertyCoin Masternode citizens also have greater voting rights in the LibertyCoin Town Hall to influence change and policy for the entire LibertyCoin nation. I think if this was like a regular project, and they really started looking at if they were doing an ICO, if they were planning it out, and they had everything, kind of done, like I said, cookie cutter way, not old school way, the way that it is being done, that would be a really huge thing we will go over. The masternodes are awesome. The voting is awesome. The whole ecosystem that they're developing is really, really cool. Like I said, I really do like the entire project. The tiered masternode is tier 1 is 50,000, which is all there is now. You can start a masternode for 50,000 XLB, which is not that expensive. I mean, the market's bouncing everywhere like a bunch of cheerleaders on a trampoline, but it's been anywhere from like 130 to 250. I think the past week. And then tier 2 is gonna be 90,000, and tier 3 is gonna be 120,000 XLib. They are on CryptoBridge, like I said. They're on Withnode and Masternode zones. I use Node Hub, like I said, which I'm going to go over that, and we'll go over how to set up the actual Masternode. That's pretty much it when it comes to the site. If you have, and I think the wallet links are here. Yeah, the wallet links are right here, or you can click up here. Now let's go and get this Masternode set up. So to set up your Masternode, first you would need to go to CryptoBridge and buy your XLib. Just go, it's so easy to. It's a DEX, so it's a decentralized exchange. Very easy to set up. Log in, type in XLib, get your XLib, and then you can buy. Set your buy order, or if you wanted to. So this guy's selling 47,000. Boom, get these two here together. You got your 51,000, and then you send it to your wallet. There's what your wallet looks like. Okay, so once the money or the tokens are in your wallet, then you go to. Now, also before I go over, I want to go over the LibertyCoin wallet. You see, I've got 58,000 available. I got 261,000 total. So locked up, I have 200,000. So I have 4 nodes going. Over here, Masternodes. These are my 4 Masternodes. I bought a couple tokens, like 12,400, sent them over here. So I'm gonna make sure I had enough for the node, and then I just got another payment. So, but anyway, now available, even though I have 261,000, 200,000 are locked. I only have 51,000 that are available because I have 7,098, which I had 9,098, but I was trying to convert 1,000 of it, which is not here yet. But anyway, when a purchase comes in on a default setting, which he did do a video on this on their website, if you want to to go get check that out, it automatically converts like 10. I think mine's set up for 10% of your deposits and what comes in to be converted into the privacy zero coin, the XLibZ. So that goes into the XLibZ, and you have the privacy coin added to your regular XLib, which gives you the total amount of the 61,000. But out of the 58,770, I got 51,609 that are available, which I'm going to use 50,000 of it to put into the 5th Masternode now. So first, to set up your Masternode, you would go to nodehub.io and then set your account up. My account's done. So you go to the dashboard, and this is how I first found out about LibertyCoin. And like I told you, I have a lot of Masternodes. And I check these out all the time because they're adding new ones. I have 2 Airwires. But the thing is with the Masternode, as I said before, it costs $9.99 a month to run, for them to run a dedicated server for your Masternode. And then you deposit money up here in crypto. You can pay with any of the big ones, but if you use some of the Masternode cryptos, you get a 10% bonus on that. So that actually lowers the cost of your Masternodes to like, $8, $8.99 for the Masternode if you use that. I have been using Airwire to pay because I have 2 Airwire Masternodes, kind of. I had 2 Airwire Masternodes. I have over 70,000 wire tokens, but I have them off because as soon as if I have a Masternode, if it goes below $25, I shut it down because paying the $10 a month isn't really worth it. Sending it to an exchange or paying, it's really not worth it. So I'll shut it down until the valuation goes up or the revenue goes up. So that went down. I went down to like $19, so I shut it down, but it's up to $24.87. PackCoin, which I looked at getting a PackCoin Masternode because it's a solid long-term node, but it was like $3,000, a few months ago, and it's down to $400. Of course, it's only paying in $22.74 a month. It was paying in like a couple hundred, a few $100. Now, Liberty has moved up from way in the bottom when it just, like I said, it recently came out. It's in the top 5. It's number 4. You can get a node for 130. This is usually pretty close. I usually add on like maybe 10% when you actually go on CryptoBitch to try to buy it. So you're looking at 140, 145 to get the Masternode tokens, and then it's paying out about $342 a month. This also has been fluctuating a lot. I mean, it's been up to close to 1,000 in the past week. To it's like 300 is one of the lowest points. But which Martin had made the point in one of his videos that it is paying out a lot. They're paying out. It was paying out like 11,000 a day per Masternode, like 3,700 3 times a day, and that's a big reward for a Masternode. Obviously, you can look at what it costs versus how much you're getting. So if a lot of people are, getting all these tokens, and then they go dump them to try to, to sell them, that's going to drive the price down. So until the full mining is all done, you're going to have a little bit of that going on, but the rewards are really huge. Gamblers, you actually have one of these still going. I'm going to start up another one. Had 2 of these, shut them down. So just basically, this is where I found LibertyCoin. I watched it for a few days, and then I started, looking into it, investigating a little bit. I thought it looked really cool. It cost, I think it was like $300 then, or like $270. So as soon as it dropped down to, I think I ended up paying like $220 for mine. Then I got my node. So deploy your node in 90 seconds. So we're going to start our Liberty Masternode. All you do is click on it. And then it gives you the directions to do it. I know what to do, so I'm just going to do it real quick. First thing you're going to do is go to receive. And then you can do a label. I'm going to label node 5. And it's going to be 50,000. And node 5. So you got node 5, 50,000, node 5, and then you're going to request payment. And then it gives you an address to send it to. This gives you a new address every time you want to request a payment. You can use an old one. You just click this box here. Let me copy this U13. You can use an existing one if you want to, but it's a lot easier and cool to do that. If you forget it, you just click here, and it gives brings up the thing, so you've got the address again. All right, so then you go over to send, and you're going to send it to that address, which it automatically populates the label node 5, so you know it's right. U13 matched for 50,000 every time. I always do that. All right, 50,000, and then you send it. You want to send 50,000? Yes. And that's it. Then you go to transactions. Here's the payment to yourself. Click on it, and then you have this transaction ID. So you're going to copy this transaction ID, and we are done. Well, we're not done. We're halfway done. So now we go back to NodeHub, which is where all of this is laid out simple for you. Open your local wallet, click on the Receive tab, click Request Payment, create a new address, which we did. Optionally, you can fill out a label box or something like xlib masternode 01, which I put node 5. And then you open the page, copy the address. We did that. Then you go over to the Send tab, which we did. Paste your copied address in the Pay tab. We did that, populated it, and you enter the amount, which it tells you exactly how to put it or how much to put in, which was 50,000, and we made the payment. Then you head over to your Transactions tab, which we did. You locate the transaction, payment to yourself. We did that. You double click on it. It brought up the that pop-up, and then you copy the transaction ID, which we did, and you paste it there, and then you click that button, and then it tells you it's setting up your server. This can take about 90 seconds. So, man, I should have video queued up of like monkeys driving cars or something. But we can look at their YouTube channel. They do go over step by step. Where is it? He does an overview of it. How to redeem your Zero Coin for the XLib. This is like 12-minute video. It's pretty simple, and how to do it. But that goes over how to do that. You go here, and we got that done. We'll close it. Now I still have that all available. It's not locked in yet because we have to set the actual node up, which is still being set up. Also, if you have any trouble with your Masternode, anytime setting it up or anything else, you can click on the help tab here, and they are beyond amazing. I have never had any problem. They always get things fixed. They're very, very helpful. To pay your node, I'll just go over that real quick while this is doing it. You just click on this right here, which I don't think I can really do that because the node's being set up. But then it takes you to your page where you can add funds with, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, etc. But then there's a list of a lot of the Masternode coins that they have, that if you deposit those, you get a 10% bonus, like I said, so that's pretty cool. Now, the node is set up, so we're going to copy our new node, Worthy Vigilant Intercap. We're going to copy that, and then you go bring your wallet back up. You're going to go to Tools, click on Tools, and then you have Open Wallet Configuration, which is if you're having problems with your wallet, and then you have Open Masternode Configuration File, and that'll bring this up. And I already have 4 Masternodes, so they're all listed here. So if it's your first one, there won't be anything here. It'll just be the example format and Masternode configuration, those 3 lines. But since I have 4 Masternodes, that's each one is the Masternode command line. So then we just go and put what we copied right here. So that's going to be the 5th node, Worthy Vigilant Ettercap. And then you close it, and it'll ask you if you want to save it or not. You do want to save it. And then you're going to need to shut down the wallet, which will tell you it's shutting down. Once it's done, then you are good to go. You're going to have to bring it back up. Okay. Okay. Once you have closed it down and shut it down, then you're going to need to bring it back up to have that install and take effect. So you go back into your after you've downloaded and done your wallet, you just open the wallet back up. It might take a minute or two for it to update because it's loading the Masternode up. So once again, should add a video queued up of monkeys or something, because that would be cool. All right, 99, load the wallet. There we go. Okay, now if we go over to the Masternode section, we should see 5 nodes instead of 4. So now available, I have only 8,000 instead of the 51,000 or 58,000, which is the 1,600 XLib that I have. I have a Masternode payment for 3,000 that's not hasn't gone through all the confirmations yet, and then I have locked 250,000 instead of 200,000. So the total 254,000, and then the of XLib, and then the zero coin about 7,100. Masternodes, I got my 4, and then got my worthy vigilant intercap, which says missing. So I'm going to wait for this to fully synchronize, and then I'm going to, well, you know, we can read this. Head over to the tools, then click on Open Masternode Configuration File. We did that. Additionally, you can look at your Masternode configuration file in your Explorer by putting in all this stuff. Now that you've entered in, enter the following at the bottom of your Masternode configuration file, which we did, and then you restart the wallet. This is pretty much just a troubleshooter if you have problems. Hopefully we will not have problems because I'm making a freaking video on it. I guess if we did have problems and if this fixed it, then that would be cool too. But if you do have any problems, remember, you can click this and they will walk you through it. So head over to the Masternodes tab in your wallet, which we did. We saw that the 5th one is there. And then you just click on, there's a couple ways to do it. Is one, also I should have went over this. If you want to send the XLib, you go to the privacy tab, and that's where you send the 0 coin. But that's another video, and you can see that on their site. Go to the Masternode file, go to the missing one. You can click Start Alias, Start Missing, but easiest way is just to right-click, Start Alias. Are you sure you want to start the Masternode Worthy Vigilant Intercap? Yes. Alias Worthy Vigilant Intercap successfully started Masternode. Done. So now I have 5 Masternodes instead of 4 that are helping to secure the network and giving me rewards. That's it. Very easy. Finished. Then you're done. If you had a problem, I'll just touch on this. If it said the node was not successfully started whenever you're here, then you can go to Tools, to Debug Console. You click on that. Brings up this, and you put a command in here. You don't need to know how to write code or be a computer genius. It tells you right here. If you have a problem, you go to the Debug Console, and you can copy and paste this. If that didn't work, you copy and paste this, Masternode Start Missing. That's just a really generic one that starts anything that's missing. And if you still have a problem, then you just go over here, and they'll give you some other special stuff to put in there, which basically is just Masternode Start, and then you put in like that. But that's it. We're done. Gives you all the Masternode information, which you can access this anytime from your Masternodes. So this brings you your nodes. Like now I have 5 Liberty Masternodes going, and my Gambler's Review. Tells you how much. Now this is syncing. Usually takes a few hours before that's all synced up and they're on running. But that is about it. Then you're good to go. It's, like I said, it's paying in $3.29 a month. Pretty cool. That's Liberty token or LibertyCoin. That's the token, and the Masternode. I really think it's I think it's a ground floor opportunity to get in on it. I know that the people involved in it are very passionate about it. They're very serious about it. They're giving their blood, sweat, and tears with it. Um, it's a registered U.S. company, so it is it's under the microscope a lot more than most any other project that's out there. I'm really excited about it. You can see all my masternodes. I'm jumped into it. But do your own research, check it out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or head over to their Twitter or their Discord. You guys take care. Remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.